change into the other direction, and then we'll continue. So big inhale over to the right, flop forward to the left, and pull back, all the way back, and then left, forward, right, and back. Good. Inhale. Now, everybody, place your right foot in front, left foot behind you. Inhale your arms up, exhale and fold forward. Walking those hands out and just dropping that head down. As you walk your hands out, push your buttocks back a little bit and feel that nice stretch there. And then gently walk up back to center. Being very slow and careful here, stacking one vertebra at a time as you lift that spine up. Take your right foot out to the side and the left foot stays folded for a side stretch. Your right hand slides down, not too far down today. Just keep it by the calf maybe or by the knee. Inhale your left hand up. Turn your upper body a little bit towards that left side and then take a side bend here. Gentle side bend. We'll go a little deeper after this. So open up the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades back, and you're in your side bend. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to go a little bit deeper now, you can slide that hand a little further down towards the ankle and open up that chest a little bit more. Breathe and notice. Everybody, close their eyes and notice what's happening here. Feeling that nice side stretch. And then slide up. Turn your hips a little bit towards that right thigh. Inhale those arms up and you're coming forward to the right thigh. Your belly button is on the outside of the right thigh, so don't try to twist around too much. Nice soft beginning here. So just begin at the top. And once we're in the pose a little bit, and if you feel like you can go deeper, then that's when you go deeper. So that left hip comes forward, the right hip slightly back. And just take it again to your level today. Breathe in, breathe out. That's important, that breath. Lifting that sternum, keeping the back nice and straight. And then slowly come back up to center. Bend your right knee and take that right foot back behind you. And the left foot should line up with the front edge of your mat. So you're like this. You're like the Z letter. So the right leg is back. If you need something under that right knee, please go ahead and put it there to lift it. So the knee, the right knee should be in line with that right hip. You are going to walk all the way back now. Be careful here. So just take it in stages once again. As you walk back a little bit and you're pressing into the palms, lift up your tailbone and tuck it underneath you. Stay in here, lift the chest. Breathe. Everybody there? Everybody good? And then we're going to walk back a little bit more. Go back as far as you can. Dropping that left thigh down to the earth. And the right thigh goes back and down also. So be very mindful and careful here. Excellent hip stretch. So once you get to your edge of comfort, lift your chest, press the knees and the thighs down if you can do that, and stretch here. Breathe in. Some of you may be able to go down onto the elbow and get even deeper in the stretch. So if you're here for a deep workout today, and you'd like to try this, go ahead. If it does not feel right, just come back up onto the palms. Breathe in, breathe out. Noticing the sensations, where they're strong, where they're maybe not so strong. Good, very good stretch here for you, everybody. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now we're going to slowly and very carefully climb out of this. Help that right foot over. Take that right foot, walk your feet out a bit, take the right leg over on top of that left thigh. Same stretch here. So you're going to walk back, lift that chest. Now, everybody, listen here carefully. The further the heel is away from the back of that thigh is the less intense the stretch will be. So you might be right here today. Maybe you want to experiment with sliding that heel closer into the buttocks and lifting that chest higher. And then take that right thigh and push it to the wall in front of you or whatever is in front of you. So we're now a seated figure 4 or pigeon pose. Lift up that chest, breathe. Just make sure that you're taking that right thigh out to what's in front of you rather than into the chest. All right? Lift up that chest, breathe, inhale, exhale. If this is getting, easy for you, a little less challenging, then maybe you want to walk that heel closer to the thigh, to the buttocks, and lift up again. Press that right knee out. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Smile, everybody. Good. Okay. One more breath. Very slowly inch that leg out. Take the right foot away. Drop both feet over to your left side. Let's do left side to ease out that right hip. Press into that right hip and turn yourself around to look behind you. So what we're doing here is we're getting a little twist, at the same time releasing what just went on in that right side of your body. Drop those shoulders down, lift that sternum, and twist. Right hand is pressing that right hip forward. Lift up your chest and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Okay, lean back, let the legs fall out to right straight out and just roll them around. We have to prepare for the other side. Okay, so this is why we did the right leg in front. So now the left leg is going to go in front for the other side. Moving the flesh away from your sitting bones. Inhale those arms up. Exhale and fold. Go back so you can see me. So as you gently walk those hands out, being very mindful and aware of what's happening to you, you can drop that chest down, you can bend those elbows. It's up to you where you are today. Does not matter, as long as you're falling forward, stretching that back, pushing that buttocks back, you're fine where you are. Breathe, inhale. Exhale. Okay, walking up back to center. Take that left leg out to the side. Right foot stays bent. Inhale your right hand up. Look towards that right side as you just come halfway down, not too far down. Curving that spine over to the left side. Dropping the shoulders down. Bring that soft smile back to that face. Open that chest. Good. You're here. You're doing something wonderful for yourself. Just giving thanks for all the blessings that we have. Breathe. Lifting up that spine. If you want to take it a little deeper now, you can walk your hands towards that ankle. If the right hand bothers you, you can always take it down. Just keep the chest open here. Whatever you prefer is fine. Breathe. Okay, we're going to slide up now. Turn your hips a little bit to the left. Inhale those arms up and just fold, drape your chest over that left thigh. Starting high, and then you can make your way down, or you can stay high. Lift up that sternum, drop the shoulders down, and just hinge forward from your hips. Looking at those left toes or looking out in front of you. Breathe in, breathe out. So remember that I just felt it a while ago. So the right hip comes forward a little bit and the left hip goes slightly to the back. And these are the things that you have to be aware of as you're doing your poses. This is why the mind and the body have to link. Because the moment you feel a little something, you need to adjust yourself. Breathe now. Just let go of that breath. And then slide up back. This time the left knee bends and goes behind you. Try to line up the left knee with your left hip, and your right shin is going to come to the edge of your mat like this. Take a big breath in, and let's start. As we go back with the hands, you can start high, lifting up that chest. And once again, lift the buttocks up, roll the tailbone underneath you, and then press the knees and the thighs into the mat. Press up, good. Take a breath here. If you choose to go a little further back, experiment. Go back as far as you can, lifting that chest up. If you need a cushion or anything to put your hands on, go ahead, use that support. And then if you want to experiment on this side, go ahead on the forearms. Remembering, let me remind you all that one side of your body is totally different to the other side, or a little different to the other side, I should say. So we're going to achieve different things on this side. So not to worry about that. It might be tighter on this side, it might be not, it might not be. So don't worry about anything. Just do what you can. Maybe like this side, you could go right down on the forearms, lifting the chest up, pressing the thighs down. Or maybe you come up and you press the hands way back away from you and you lift that chest. Great for the hips. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, slowly and carefully make your way up to center. Just help your left leg up. And we're going to drop both knees over to the left side, press into that left hip, and turn yourself to look over that right shoulder. Lift your sternum, drop those shoulders, and relax yourself now. Breath in and out. You know, sometimes we just have to relax into the poses that we think are challenging for us. Just let go and relax into them. Not to worry about anything as long as you're not feeling pain. Coming back to center, we're going to do the figure 4. So crossing the left now on top of the right. So you can start with the heel out away from the buttocks. Lift up that chest and then begin to inch that heel in towards the buttocks. If you're not feeling anything, inch that heel in, press into the palms and lift that chest up. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, and then your left thigh and your left knee is going to go out towards the wall in front of you, or whatever is in front of you there. So make sure you're doing that so that you can feel a stretch in the hips. Lift up that chest. Deep breath in and out. I'm going to inch my heel in a little bit closer now as the muscles have responded to the oxygen. can go in a little bit closer. So try that, everybody. Try doing that. You don't want to be too stagnant. If that release happens, you need to honor it and go a little deeper into the stretch and not just stay there. Lift up that chest, breathe. And then slowly and carefully slide the leg out. Release the leg, the foot. And then just keeping the knees up, you're going to swing them over to the right. Come up to center, swing them to the left. Center, right. Center, left. One more, right and left. Good. Let's make our way into table. So we want the knees to fall over the hips, the palms in front of your hair. Lift up your chest, pull that tummy in. Tummy in, lift the chest, crown and the tailbone reaching away from each other, shoulders down. Take a breath as you exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you, pushing the spine up, round that spine, push it up to the ceiling, drop the head. Inhale, reverse it. Shoulders down, lift the sternum and look out there in front of you. Again, exhale, rolling that tailbone underneath you, pushing that spine up. Inhale, reverse it. Let's do 3 more like this on your own time, on your own pace, using that breath. 2. And maybe the third one, if you're ready for the third one now, just exaggerate it a little more by pressing down, lifting that spine up and reversing it. Okay, take that right leg only, just the right leg behind you. Curl onto the ball of the foot and push that heel back. So it's as though the top of the thigh wants to move away from the rest of the body. So really push it back there. Breathe and lift up that chest. Look down at the mat in front of you. Don't overcurve that neck. And press that heel back, stretching that leg. Feel it in the knee, the thigh, the hamstrings, your heels. Okay, from here, swing your left foot around and lift yourself up. Let's take a breath here. Inhale your arm up and slide over in gate pose to your right side. Open up that chest. Breathe. Change it. The left hand on the mat. Reach that right hand up. Again, stretch into the other side. Big stretch here. And this time when that hand comes back to the floor, swing that right hand around, turn, draw that right knee in. And let's come back to some cat and dog stretches, just 2 this time. Take a breath as you exhale, roll the tailbone underneath you. Inhale, reverse it. Again, exhaling. Inhaling. The left leg goes out behind you. Press into the ball of the left foot and push that heel all the way back. Lift up your chest, tummy pressed in, look out there on the mat, down in front of you. You're not overcurving that neck by trying to look up towards the ceiling. And press back as if that thigh wants to leave the rest of the body. Breathe, inhale. Push into the heel, push that into the ball of the foot, pushing the heel back, stretching that thigh, that knee, that calf, that heel. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then this time we're going to swing that right foot around, extend that left foot, come up. Left hand goes down, that left foot, right hand up, and curve into your left side. Open up that chest. Come down on the right hand, lift the left hand up, counter stretch. Again, over. And when we get here now, we turn around. It's okay. And push back into child or puppy stretch, whatever you prefer. Walking those hands out. If your forward is not reaching your mat, use your little one potato or a block or a book. And breathe. Don't forget that breath. And you know that once we're down here like this, you can feel the breath in the back of your lungs. Your shoulder blades slide away from your spine on the inhale and slide back in on your exhale. You also have the option of doing your puppy stretch. So whichever one works for you is fine. Slide those hands up. If any of you can stay sitting on your heels like this, go ahead. If not, just sit in a nice comfortable position. You're going to inhale your arms up. Exhale, twist to your right side. Drop those hands, lift your chest up and twist towards your right. Pulling those shoulder blades back behind you. Try to not put any strain in your neck. Inhale the arms up, twist to the other side. Open up the shoulders. Lifting the arms up. Let's come up onto the knees, if that's okay for you. Remember, you have options also of folding your mat to make some padding for your knee. Knees falling underneath that hip. Curl your toes underneath you. Getting ready for the camel. You're going to put the heels of your hands into your waist, so the fingers pointing down. Slide your elbows in towards each other. Pull up through your core. Lift that sternum. Take a big breath here. Just stay like this. You're going to lift up that spine. Remember, for back bends, we need to lift the spine up. So lift it up. Push your hips forward so they stay in line with your knees. And then just go halfway back. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep pushing the hips forward so they line up with your knees. And come back to center. Again, you're going to press into the hips, push them forward, your fingers point down towards your heels, lift up your spine, pulling those elbows in towards each other, lift that spine up, lift it up, and then just go a little bit deeper this time. You can push into those hips, lift that back up, and come into a back bend. Come back up to center. If anybody would like to go further, take your right hand to the heel, right heel, left hand to the left heel. Push those hips forward. Again, you want them almost lined up with your knees. Lift your spine and come into your camel, the full expression. If you're not into the full expression of camel, stay with the first stage here like this. Being very mindful and careful, everybody. So push your hips forward, lift up your spine. You can squeeze up your shoulders to make a little pillow for your neck. And breathe through your mouth. Take your right hand to your waist. Take your left hand to your waist. Squeeze the waist, squeeze your back, and gently come back up to center as we carefully come forward into puppy stretch. Everybody's in puppy stretch now. Walk your hands all the way out. Come onto the tops of the feet. Push your buttocks up towards the ceiling and come down onto your forehead or the top of your head. And a nice back stretch here. Counter stretch for the camel. So walk those, inch those fingers all the way out there. Put your buttock sticks up. You're pressing into the tops of the feet. Walk your hands in, inch them in, closer to your temple, and push yourself up. And let's take a little quick downward dog here now. Rolling those the toes underneath you. Push up. Soften your knees. Your knees are bent here. Chest goes towards the thighs. Lift that tailbone up. Shoulders down. Nice breath in and out. Coming down softly onto the knees. Walk those feet back and come onto your forearms on your tummy. So the elbows will go under the shoulders. You're pressing down into your palms. Being very mindful of what's happening to you here on your mat. Pressing into that pelvic triangle, lift up that chest. As you press down into your sticky mat and you draw those elbows back, you're going to feel the chest coming forward. Feeling that nice stretch in your back. Breathe in, neck is nice and long. Breathe out. Coming down onto the chin, slide your hands a little further down. The fingers may line up at the tops of the shoulders and you're all the way down on the elbows. So from the fingertips to the elbows are on your mat. Feet are a little bit wide from each other, away from each other. Press into your pelvic triangle. Take a breath as you exhale. Lift up your sternum and your face. Drop your nose down to your mat and pull those shoulders back behind you. And slowly release. Once again, as we press into the pelvic triangle and to from the fingertips to the elbows are down in your mat, lift your face and your sternum up, drop those shoulders down. This time you're going to lift the hands about 2 inches off your mat and squeeze your elbows into your side body. Breathe, press into that pelvic triangle. Inhale, exhale and release. Walk your hands all the way out in front. Lift up your right foot and press it back behind you. Lift up your left foot, take it back behind you. Stretch them in other words. Hands are out there stretched and you're resting on your forehead or your chin. Pressing down into that pelvic triangle, lift your right leg up a little bit off the mat and the left hand. And then take them down. Keep the chin or the face, forehead, wherever, on your mat. Don't lift up your neck. Keep it there. So let's go. So the left thigh and left foot and the right hand and release it down. So keep going back and forth, alternating sides at your own time and pace. Do not lift them up too high. Just barely a couple inches off the mat, maybe an inch or 2, I should say. Keep going, just keep going from side to side, don't hold it. And then paying attention to your body, where are you feeling this? What do you think is happening when we do this simple little stretch here? Arm and leg moving away from each other. We're targeting the lower back muscles. So not too high up off the mat. Let's just do 2 more. Right leg, left hand. Left leg, right hand. Good. And slide your hands beside your body. Right down so your fingers point towards your ankle. And you can turn your head one side or the other if you wish to do that. Let the elbows bend slightly and relax here. Bend your knees and let's windshield wipe the feet, going from left to right, right to left. And then release the feet back on the mat. Stretch your arms out, so you might know what's coming here. So both arms are shoulder height like the letter T. Take a moment here, take a breath. Okay, leave that right arm stretched out. I'm going to do the right arm as I'm facing the camera in case you're not sure and you want to see. Right arm is stretched out. Your left elbow is bent. And the left arm is close to you. So you're like this. The fingers are pointing to the top of your mat. Your elbow is pointing to your shoulder. It's in line with your shoulder. Take a breath. As you exhale, you're going to roll over onto your right side. Press it into the left palm. Now you can adjust that left hand. Bring it closer to your body as you roll. Take your left foot up and take it to the back of that right thigh. Adjust the neck and the head, please, everybody. If you want to put your left palm underneath that right temple to support it, you can try that. Put a cushion, put a blanket, put a pillow, whatever. Okay, so now you're pressing into the left palm to support you. And your right arm should be coming straight out of that right shoulder. And take that left knee up towards that ceiling. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. So if you're not sure, you can just check me quickly. That would stay here all evening. All right, we're slowly going to come back and very carefully roll back onto the tummy. Slide that right hand down your side. Good. Take a moment, take a breath. So you want to come right back onto your tummy, the front of your body. So your hips are squared onto that mat as we go for the other side. So just stretch both arms out. Now you're going to bend that right elbow like this. Turn towards that left side now. I'm going to adjust my arm in closer to my body. As I roll over, I take the right foot up. I don't have enough wall space here, so floor space, I should say. And we're turning to the other side now, all right? So you're breathing in, breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. If this is causing any pain for you, please come out of it. Be very careful of that shoulder. You don't have to go too deep. Let your exhale be your letting go breath. So whatever you're stirring up inside that shoulder area there, you will need to breathe it out. Notice the sensation. Is it very strong? Is it mild? Is it in between? And then slowly and very carefully, come back to center. Sliding that hand down. And just relax. Release your hands down again. Bend those elbows, palms turn up. Relax your body on your mat. Right, let's press up into the palms. Lift your body up. Walk your knees in. And step up. Right leg steps up. Left leg steps up. You're going to bend your knees. Take hold of your elbows and let your body just relax here now. Make sure those knees are bent. You can swing from side to side. Releasing the hands, and let's round out our way to standing very slowly and carefully. Okay. Hi, everybody. I meet you on the standing on your mat. All right. Turn to the long edge of your mat. Step those feet nice and wide. Turn those toes out. Arms come out here. So press the fingers away from each other. Press down into your toes. Pull up through your core. Bend your knees like you're going to sit in a chair. If your knees are bothering you, you don't really have to bend them. But if If you want to bend them, just press the buttocks down towards the mat. And then it's going to cactus arms. So push your shoulders back, your knees go back, breathe. Inhale, exhale. Okay, stand, you're going to turn those right toes out, left toes in. Take a breath, lift up that left hip. Just move over to the right, drop that right hand down. You can choose to lift your left hand up, you can take it to the hip, or you can just let it rest to your sides. Now, when you're here, you need to push that upper body back a little bit. Open those shoulders, get that hip back, and breathe. Look down at the ground if the neck bothers you, look out in front, or look up to the ceiling. You can choose. Squeeze those kneecaps up, suck those thigh muscles in, press into the feet. Breathe in your triangle. Okay, from here you're going to turn to face that front leg. So bend that right knee, jump that back foot in. Now you scoot that right leg out. So when you bend that knee, it stays on top of the ankle. Inhale those arms up. Soft breath in and out. Connect to that breathing now. Go as deep as you want today, or maybe not so deep in your warrior. You choose, okay? Take another breath here. You're going to slowly come forward. Releasing the hands, either to a block or to your mat. And hold, press into the mat, hold your block. Lift that back leg up off the mat. Or hold something. You can hold a piece of furniture. You can hold a wall. Step that back leg back. Reach those arms up. Hands on the hips. Turn. Go. Let's go for the other side. So you're going to bend those knees if you choose to, or keep them straight. You can just do your arms like this. Coming nice and deep if you want to. Not so deep if you want to. You choose. And the arms are here. Breathe. Squeeze those shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. Stand. You're going to turn to the other side. Lift up that right hip. Move over to the left. You can choose the arm position. And then be mindful of your upper body. You want to open it and gently push it back. Squeeze up the knees. Thigh muscles into the thigh bone. You're pressing down into the feet to anchor you. And choose your hand position. Careful of the neck. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, drop the top hand. Bend that front knee as you turn. Scoot that back leg in. Coming into warrior on this side. So take your time to find your warrior. Breathe in. Inhale in that breath. From the fingertips down the arms, all the way into chest, thighs, right down to the feet. Take a breath. You're going to fold forward. Put your hands down. Organize up your front foot to support you now. Or hold a wall beside you. Hold a piece of furniture beside you. Drop that head down. Just reach that arm, that leg up. Then slowly release that leg back to the mat. Sweep those arms up. Coming back into your warrior. And then let's turn. Turn those toes out, fold forward, bending the knees slightly here. Walk over to the right toes and stretch that inner thigh of the left foot. Some of you may even want to, if you choose to be challenging, to have challenging poses today, you can do this. Or just stay very soft in the pose. And then let's go to the other side. So as you walk to the left toes, notice what happens with the right foot. You can choose to go as deep as you want here. Pressing this leg back. Coming back to center. We'll walk your feet in a little bit. Keep the toes slightly turned out. Interlace your fingers behind you. Squeeze those palms together and lift those hands up off your mat. Your knees are bent. And the arms can come off the back. Only as far as you can possibly get them off your back. Don't force. Oh, let that head drop. Release the hands. Walk your feet in a little bit closer. Turn those toes out. Come down into your squat position. So in the squat, remember, you can sit on something and do this. Okay, so be careful of what you do here. Watch your knees if you need to have, if you're having knee issues. I'm going to turn this way. And or the other thing you can do is to support your heels. Put something under both heels. Breathing in, breathing out. Take your elbows and push those knees away. And then take your left hand across to the right foot. Reach your right hand up and take a twist. So the upper left arm is pushing that left thigh back as you raise that right hand up and you twist. Lift the chest. Keep the knees open. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Let's switch to the other side. Right hand comes to the left foot. Take your upper right arm and push that right thigh out. Left hand up and twist. Breathe in, nice breath here. Don't forget that breathe in. And release, good. Let's come down. Swing those feet around. And come to lying down on your back. So roll down onto your back. If you want to use something to support your head, go ahead. Your head, go ahead. How about that? Anybody get that? Okay, bring the thighs into the chest. Cross your ankles, hold your feet, and pull them into you. Wow, don't you feel good, everybody? Oh, I feel like those stretches, eh? When we do the stretches mindfully, and just our edge of comfort, it's so amazing. Releasing the legs out, we're going to do the fish pose today. We haven't done that in a little while because we don't do half shoulder stand anymore. So for those who are not sure of the fish, put your legs together. For those of you who can do your fish, go on ahead. So you're going to hold it top outer parts of your thighs, that little fleshy part up here. Pull your elbows into your side body. Press down into the elbows. The action of holding those thighs tightly, the action of pressing down into those elbows are going to make you automatically lift that spine up as you slide on the back of your skull. Okay, please do not lift your head up off that mat. Open that chest up, squeeze those shoulder blades back, grab the tops of your thighs, tighten up those knees. Keep the skull, the back of the skull on your mat. Lifting that chest all the way up. Breathe. Then to come out of the pose, slide your skull on the mat. And there you are. Do not lift up your head. Slide your back of your skull on the mat. Take a soft sound inside. So roll your thighs, roll them around your feet like this. Let's go make some movements with the hands, lift them up, stretch those fingers. Good. Just roll them around and let them fall to your sides. Take your head, just slightly look to the right, roll it over to the right, roll it back to the ceiling, roll it to the left, back to the ceiling. So you're rolling your neck and head to the right, ceiling, over to the left, and back to the ceiling. Drop the chin slightly down, roll those shoulder blades underneath you. And I invite you now to either stay here for relaxation or do a little stretch of your own before you go into your relaxation. Whatever is working for you right now, just honor it, honor your body. And if you're on your mat, on your back, you want to slide your heels away from each other. Let your toes and your feet just relax, just flop to where they want to be. And then slide your hands away from your body a little bit as well. Let your hands relax. Take a big deep breath. Stretch your belly, lift your chest. And exhale it with a sigh. We're going to do a little tension and release exercise now, so just listen carefully. Close your eyes. Squeeze up your the toes on the right foot, your right toes. Squeeze them up really tight. Squeeze up the kneecap and squeeze up the thigh muscles really tight. It's almost like the foot wants to leave the floor, but don't let it leave the floor. Just squeeze up everything tight. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale that breath, let go of that tension and let your right from the top of the thigh to your toes relax. We're doing the same thing on the left side. Squeeze up the left toes tightly. Squeeze up the knee, squeeze up the thigh really tight. Take a big breath in. When you exhale, let everything go. The exhale is just going to let the muscles go, let the tension go. Now let's go to the pelvic floor muscles, back and front. Go to the buttocks, pelvic floor muscles, and tummy. Squeeze everything really tight. Tummy presses into the spine, buttocks tight, pelvic floor muscles tight, tight, tight. Breathe, take a big breath in. And when you exhale, exhale and let all that tension go. Wow. So feel from your waist down to your toes. Let us go to the right hand. Make up a fist to the right hand. Squeeze up that fist, squeeze up your arm. You can lift the arm just a ½ inch off the floor. So squeezing up the fingers, your hand, your elbows right up to the shoulders there. Squeeze tight. Keep the tension in your arm, but open your fingers wide now. Stretch those fingers, feel the tension all the way up by the towards the top of the arm. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, exhale and let the arm just drop to the mat. Let the fingers go, let everything relax. Let's go for the left side. Make your left fist. Squeeze the fist, squeeze the arm, take the arm off the mat just a ½ inch, little tiny bit. Squeeze the elbow, squeeze that upper arm, tighten up everything, tight, 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 tight. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now you're going to open those fingers really and stretch them. Take a big breath in. Tension as you exhale, exhale and let the arm go. Let it drop to the floor. You're going to squeeze the shoulders right up into the neck, right up into your ears. Tight, tight, tight. Make a grimace with your face. Squeeze up your nose, your eyes, your cheeks, your mouth, everything tight. You're not going to be able to breathe here, but just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Don't worry about the breath. And just let everything go. Now you're going to roll those shoulders down away from your ears. Soften your face. Is it possible to squeeze up your chest and your upper back? Try. Squeeze up the chest and the upper back. I don't know how, but try. And relax it. Nice. So close your eyes now, everybody. Give yourself permission to relax now. Let us slowly begin now to awaken the body. You may begin by deepening the breath, making some small movements that feel natural to you at this time. And if it feels appropriate for you, you may roll onto your side and hug yourself in the fetal position. Just giving thanks, thanking yourself for doing this for you. And then pressing into the top hand, extend that top leg and begin to lift yourself up from your side. Keeping your eyes closed, just come around and come into your comfortable seated position. When you get there, take your hands to your buttocks, pulling the flesh away from those sitting bones so you can plug them in. Then come back to lifting up that sternum away from the belly button, dropping the shoulders down, bringing that soft smile to your face. You can either take the hands in prayer position to the heart or rest them in your lap. We want peace in our hearts, our lives, our beautiful island Jamaica. We want peace in our homes. We want peace in this universe. Adi Om Shanti, Shanti, peace. Slowly open your eyes. as I say thank you very much to all of you. It's a pleasure doing this for everybody. I really enjoy doing it. And I hope you enjoy doing these tasks for yourself as well. So thank you.